Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gardner, alongside my brother, Zach.
What's up, everybody?
And our consistent guest host, Zach Sills.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
Hell
Yes,
yeah, man.
sir. Hoping everyone had a good Christmas, if you celebrate that. And we're just going to jump in here with our top grabs, and then we go over surprises of the week, key fantasy injuries, and then streamer and deep league moves. So let's just jump into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so my top grab off the board, Dante DiVincenzo. He's only 9.3% rostered. If he hadn't missed 2 games last week due to an illness just before Christmas, he would have been higher owned by now, or higher rostered, but with Curry being out, he's in the guard rotation. He's getting heavier minutes in the 30s, and I think he's going to be a key factor for the Warriors to win here until Steph is back. So last night on Christmas Day, he got 31 minutes, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And yeah, he's been very consistent. If you go look at the games he's played in the past 5 games with Steph out. So I think he can keep those numbers up. Kind of a plug and play, multi-tool kind of player, and yeah, go get him on your roster.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it's looking like he's getting great minutes, as well as it's looking like he has a nice ceiling too, dropping 40 fantasy points.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
12-16, yeah.
Yeah, that's very good for 9% rostered. Probably up there.
Yeah, man, go check him out.
And then I got Markelle Fultz,
Oh, yeah.
21.4% rostered right now and climbing. His last 7 games, averaging 28.7 minutes, 14.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 1.7 steals. Good all-around numbers, and getting better as he gets more, his feet under him. Is finding his form, getting better week to week. Definitely a season-long hold grab here, and he seems to be out of all the point guards, he seems to be the favorite one right now of the coach. So seems to be getting put in the best kind of situations, it looks like. So
Yeah.
they're definitely trusting him and trusting his talent and everything, and he's kind of starting to run away with it here as the main guard. So
Yeah, last week Cole Anthony was really crappy, and the past 2 games, at least, he did good, but yeah, the most consistent seems to be Fultz, I think, at this point, and maybe that's why he's so low rostered. Everybody thinks Cole Anthony just take it away from him, or Jalen Suggs will, but I still think, and we were talking about this last week, Sills, that Fultz is a season-long guy.
Oh yeah, and he just looks back to his normal self out there, really, which you love to see, and the consistency is awesome. Great production.
Yeah, and there's still no timetable on Suggs. There's been just no updates whatsoever. Just they keep listing him as out each game.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Very strange.
Yeah.
All right, for my pickup, I think we talked about this guy a couple weeks ago, perhaps. And it's Mo Wagner for the Orlando Magic. So we did talk about him, I think, a couple weeks ago, but there are some new developments in the Mo Wagner saga here. So on Christmas Eve, was it? No, the 23rd. Mo Wagner actually got the start over Wendell Carter Jr., who is back now. But the fact that he got the start over Wendell is it's a great sign if you're needing a center, you need a guy that's pretty much averaging about 30 fantasy points over the past week. So 12% rostered on Mo Wagner. If he continues to start over Wendell for the rest of the season, that's a must roster in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It's a high pace offense there. They're scoring a lot. And
yeah, it is. Are they just the only thing I can think of is if they're easing Wendell back into it.
Could be.
But at the same time, I mean, if Wagner's better, Wagner's better. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to read here. I guess they could be easing him back in. He only got 19 minutes, so keep an eye on it. But even so, Wagner's been proving himself, and he could still get maybe 25 minutes off the bench, which is still rosterable.
Oh yeah.
Even if they did flip-flop, I don't know. Just, yeah, that's a good one because I definitely thought he would drop off, but did not. Game 1 with the both of them, so.
Yeah, he seems to be a very consistent scorer, too.
He's definitely better than Mobamba, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he's at least sealed, moved himself up regardless. If not the 1, then the 2.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My second guy, he would have been my first guy, but new development and injuries. Landry Shamet, 2.2% rostered. So, just the injury update right off the bat. He is listed out for Tuesday with right Achilles soreness after just going crazy last night against Denver. He had 39 minutes. I don't know what I put here. Am I reading this right?
39 minutes, 31 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 39 minutes, 31 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block. And that's because Devin Booker went out in the first quarter, re-aggravating the same groin injury. He was already out 2 games prior. And it definitely looks like if this is only like a 1-day soreness for Shamet, he's going to really take on the Booker role for at least a week. But I think it's just you got to watch closely that injury because that kind of came out of nowhere. I grabbed him like this afternoon, a couple hours ago, and then this update just came out. So other than that,
I was going to grab him, but
weak.
I stayed away. I was a little worried about something like that happening, so I stayed away. But yeah,
get the fuck out of here. I think the next guard up is Damian Lee, but he's more of a shooting guard than a point guard. But they're really thin.
Yeah. There's Torrey Craig who got a little bit more run.
Oh, shoot! Oh, he is a shooting. So is Booker. I don't know why I'm blanking here. Yeah, I think Damian Lee and Torrey Craig are going to get a lot of minutes tomorrow and possibly Wednesday, especially if Booker and Shamet are out. So you could look at those guys as well. I would still just make sure maybe Shamet is going to avoid the back-to-back with a sore Achilles, but maybe still play Wednesday. So didn't want to completely cut him from the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anytime you get a guy
huge numbers, yeah,
putting up 30+ points in 2 games in a week, that's definitely something to keep your eye on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then I got Jeremy Sochan here, 3.7% rostered. That hair game is very strong. Very nice hair.
Good.
And then last 7 days, averaging 26.7 minutes, 16 points, 8.3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 block. So, kind of putting up decent all-around numbers there. And definitely with these performances, he could keep earning himself some more minutes. So definitely a guy, even though he's really low rostered, kind of like an up-and-coming guy right now, looking pretty decent. So
yeah, I really like him because the team isn't deep, and although they have, I think, 3 very high-quality starters, Sochan could be a starter next to them or the 6th man off the bench and get this 25 minutes a night or whatever he got here the past week, 26.7 minutes. So, and he's only 19 years old. I mean, he's got a very high ceiling. So, something you don't want to miss out on if it's kind of coming to fruition here. Or he's going to go on a little run. We don't know. Small sample size of kind of 3 games over 20 minutes in a row, but you're kind of hoping, with that kind of move.
Yeah. Did someone go out? And that's why he's getting a little bit increased minutes here?
Yeah, my guy was out. Why can't I read? Keldon Johnson was out for 2 of those games, but the most recent game they both played, and Sochan still did good, like 34.8 fantasy points. He had
almost a double.
Yeah, the game they played together, 26 minutes, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. So they can play together, and they kind of proved it right there. So he might be earning himself a better spot in the team. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. My next waiver pickup here is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Last 7 days, he's averaging 37 minutes, so he's getting a lot of run recently. Multiple games over that 35-minute. 1 game with 38 minutes, 1 game with 39, and decent production to go along with it. Some consistent scoring here in the past 7 days, averaging 13.7 points. And seeing the likes of, he's got a 32-point fantasy game here, and then a 28-point fantasy game within the past week, which is very serviceable if he's on your lineup. And he very well could be, because he's only 14% rostered currently. Getting that much volume and run, it's
who's he replacing with that usage? I mean, that's just a big difference. I thought all the players came back, like even Jamal Murray's healthy.
Yeah, he's just kind of had a lot, like he's averaging 31 minutes on the season.
Yeah, his minutes are...
He's
almost like almost like a 6th starter, maybe, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could be their 4th best scorer or 5th behind Aaron Gordon. That's pretty good. Pretty good numbers.
Yeah,
I think he is starting at the 2.
Oh, yeah, because they don't really have a high-quality shooting guard on that team. They rely on other positions. Okay, well then, that's quite a starting 5 if he keeps that up. That's pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And Michael Porter just came back from back surgery, right? Not back surgery, but just like the strain he had. He's back. So maybe they're just all playing better when they're all on the floor. And dang, all right. Yeah, I like that one a lot, especially while he's hot. He's always been historically like a hot and cold player, but if you can get a week out of him with this kind of production, that's pretty dang good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's break into surprises of the week. My surprise, Julius Randle. He's having a major bounce back year, and I think he should be an all-star again. Last 7 days, averaging 37 minutes, 27.3 points, 11.3 rebounds, 4 assists. This is kind of what we saw 2 years ago in his first all-star appearance ever. And then last year he laid an egg and was basically a bust, especially for fantasy. Well, and the team. The team fell out of the playoffs when 2 years ago they were good and in the playoffs. And he's back to that kind of all-star form. I don't know what he did, but he's back, man. It's good to see.
Yeah.
You got him at a discount this year in fantasy because of that failure last year.
Yeah, I was going to say, he looks like he's doing great this year so far.
Yeah, and he was he was a 2nd-round pick last year after that All-Star year, and then this year, I guess he went 3rd round, but that's in a 12-team league, so he would have been a 4th-round pick in a 10-team standard league.
Yeah.
So he fell a full 2 rounds, and now he's putting back up 2nd-round production.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then my surprise still gonna call it a surprise. Luka Doncic continuing his fantasy MVP year and maybe actual NBA MVP year. The dude is insane, and he does not appear to be slowing down anytime soon. He's just kind of carrying you, doing even better than what you could have imagined him doing when you drafted him this year.
Look at these look at these steals too. 1.7 steals on the year.
Yeah, he's kind of contributing all over the place. He's just dominating this year. And it's, I don't know if anybody, even though he still was like a top 5 pick, and most, like, I don't think people thought that he could be this good. Like, he's taken it to even a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's looking similar to Jokic in a sense. Like, those kind of fantasy numbers, like last year was might be the best fantasy year we've ever seen in a very long time, when Jokic put up 500 more points than the second best player in fantasy.
Yeah,
which definitely was Giannis.
Definitely carried me to the win last year.
Oh shit! This year, Luka is ahead of Jokic by 200 points. He's in the lead.
Jokic had a slow first month of the season, but over the last month, Jokic is starting to.
Yeah, he's looking like last year.
He's thinning the gap a little bit here lately.
Yeah, look at the last week at Jokic. Holy shit. He had both those huge double-doubles in the past 4 games. Oh my God.
Jokic is almost averaging a triple-double on the season, not right now.
Yeah, see, that would be, if he could keep that up, that'll beat out Luka for the MVP.
By the end of the year, yeah. Well, actually, but still...
Oh my God.
Just the way Luka's been this year, I think is still surprising.
He's got the points on him at least, and his rebounds and assists are also high.
I don't think anybody thought that at any point in the season Doncic would be ahead of Jokic, fantasy-wise.
Yeah, no. Jokic was the consensus number 1.
Yep.
And then most people would say Giannis was the consensus number 2.
Doncic mostly went 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Pretty much every draft. Yep.
So, for him to take the 1 spot, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely surprising, and
staying healthy.
I called it. Every year I call the big breakout. So.
Oh my God. Who got him his rookie year in fantasy? Do you remember that? Was that you?
Who, Jokic?
No, Doncic.
I don't remember, but I remember Jokic's rookie year. He was a waiver wire pickup, and he ended up finishing top 10 as a waiver wire pickup 3 months into the season.
Yeah,
that was a great ad by me that year.
Was that your first championship? Because
no, it was the year. It was the year before that, and then the next year I used a 2nd round pick on Jokic, and that was when he went off, and became a household name.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Sills, who do you got, man?
I was just gonna add that I did put a little bit of money on Luka winning MVP. So
ooh, little bit of scratch, little Skrilla.
Yeah, hope he continues it, because I could see it. It's MVP definitely. For Luka.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds on that right now? If I wanted to go make a bet, what are the odds on that? They got to be way higher, way lower now, right?
We were looking at work, and so last week it was plus 400 or something for Luka.
Still okay.
Plus 600.
What the hell?
Okay, so what is it now? I'm looking it up right now, live on the podcast, boys.
Okay,
yeah, I'll go ahead. Let's get a couple guys together. $50 each.
I'm seeing plus 550, but I'm not sure if that's today. Do you have the app?
I'll take those odds.
Yeah.
If you want to check that.
That sounds right.
Okay, so it's still around the same, because you can't really move up when Jokic is putting up the same extreme numbers in the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
How can you pass that?
I did see the highlight from, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Luka driving down the lane from the 3-point line, going past 3 guys and just dunking over somebody. Violently dunking over somebody. I'm I've never seen him do something like that. He's normally almost looking a little bit like Jokic out there. Just, kind of lazily.
He's Larry Bird reincarnate, bro.
Yeah, look, he's insane, man.
Larry Bird could
he
dunk
wants it this year.
Yeah, if he could stay healthy, that's always been his problem. That's why
Yep.
He wasn't passing the other two in fantasy drafts because of that. Missing like a month every year isn't good for the chances. But
yep.
This year, very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
After he signs with the Jordan brand, they give him the juice, and he's all good.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's
Sills,
go on to my surprise, which was just yesterday, the game between the Warriors and the Grizzlies get smacked by a hurt Warriors team.
Bro, that was hilarious.
I just thought it would put up a better fight than that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors showed out. Their bench looked better, had more points on their bench. And I think it was, I guess Jaren Jackson was really the biggest underperformer on Memphis.
They're missing Steph Curry and Wiggins, and Jordan Poole got ejected, and they still lost.
Wow.
I mean, Jordan Poole still scored 32 points before he left, but it's still like that was their chance to come back, and that was hilarious. You see Clay like talking shit to Dylan Brooks as Dylan Brooks is hitting the floor.
Oh,
did you see that?
Yeah.
Dude, that was savage. But
yeah, he had a game, man. Thompson,
Clay?
Poole, DiVincenzo, they all had nice games. Draymond, but
yeah, Clay, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah. Oh, that's literally the highlight on fantasy is him talking shit to Brooks on the ground. Oh my god.
Yeah, it just shows you. I mean, Ja can't do it all himself. He needs a little bit of help out there if they want any chance of making a playoff run,
Bane didn't do anything then, I'm guessing?
He didn't look so hot. Only 9 points.
He's been out a long time. He gets a pass.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's been out like almost 2 months, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was, yeah.
He started so hot in the year, but it was only like less than 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
So finally back, but yeah, he'll be better too. And he's like kind of a bulldog. He could play both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully
I'll jump into
another matchup in the.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I hope to see that as another playoff matchup this year. That'd be.
Oh yeah.
Fun to watch.
Well, we should get together for the next matchup in season.
Yeah.
Because they still have 3 more matchups, I believe. Because that was their first one. Was all the way at Christmas. So they got several more, or at least 2 more. I'll have to look it up again. But anyway, I will break into key fantasy injuries here. First up, Marvin Bagley. Maybe you wouldn't think that's super key, but still a starting power forward. Illness has been ruled out for Monday. Jimmy Butler, ankle to miss Monday's game. He's been banged up all year. Bam Adebayo, illness/shoulder, has been downgraded to out for Monday's matchup. Chris Middleton, knee, missed Christmas Day, so I think that's his 5th or 6th game in a row missed. Zion Williamson, conditioning, doubtful for Monday, so that's conditioning.
Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
Oh my god. No, he wasn't. It wasn't. I know everybody's going to think fat conditioning, but he had COVID or he was sick, and they're keeping him out just to get his lungs back.
Okay.
That's hilarious, though. I knew everybody was going to think that. Jalen Brunson, hip, questionable for Tuesday's game. Jalen Suggs' ankle is out Tuesday. That's, like we said, they keep announcing him as out. They don't really give more than that. Tyrese Maxey, this might be the biggest news. Foot could return as early as Friday against the Pelicans. So he's been out about a month and a half. He's another guy like Bane who left this early in the season with an injury. And yeah, this would be good to see. They need him back for that championship run if they're going to have one. Devin Booker, groin, out for Tuesday's game. No details on how long he'll be out, but like we said, we're thinking a bit longer. And then Domantas Sabonis, sprained thumb, but plans to play through it. So I don't know. I've seen guys play through it before like this, and their numbers definitely are come down a little bit. I mean, it's just not the same shooting a ball when your hand isn't at 100%. So, well, let's make sure which is it a shooting hand or not. While we're here, you know?
Right.
Because if it's not, he doesn't really play great defense anyway. So if it's not a shooting hand, then he should be okay. The
right thumb, so I'm guessing that's a shooting hand.
Yeah. Shoot. Oh well, we'll see how it goes, dude.
Was that an intentional pun?
What?
Oh shoot.
Oh my god, no! I was kind of hoping for everybody's sake.
Yeah. Well,
wasn't that? But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that'll do it for injuries. Let's do streamers and deep league moves. So we have one each for you here. My top streamer and deep league move for the week, Anikia Okongwu, 10.7% rostered. He was a key grab last week, but we knew Capella was coming back. He came back Friday, played pretty well, but then he strained his calf again, and he's already ruled out for Tuesday's game, so that makes Okongwu a really good play as the starting center until Capella's back again. So, like him as a stream a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you guys have? Oh,
real quick, I think we finally saw the ceiling on Okongwu. 40 minutes with 46 fantasy points, so a nice little double. So given the minutes, like he's got the capabilities to really go off. So be value.
Yeah, man. It's just the fact that Capella's there, and I don't know. We'll see what happens if the team gets blown up, because I've heard all this drama about Trae Young doesn't get along with the coach. Trae Young doesn't get along with a lot of his teammates. If they blew it up, maybe Capella would go too, and then Okongwu would have a clear path to get heavy minutes, and that could be a league winner if that kind of scenario played out.
Yeah. And then I got Daylon Wright. Is back from his injury that he was out for a little while with. Good defensive player. He'll get you some all around, a little bit of stats. This isn't a guy that you would, is going to wow you at all, but he's a decent points getter when he's at his best. He's back now, so definitely a guy just to keep your eye on, see how he's doing. When everything's going well for him, he's a good defensive player, and he'll put just some all around points, for a last guy on your bench type of thing. So just keep your eye on him, see how he's doing. Maybe pick him up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if he gets back to the minutes where he was before the injury. He was looking at 25 off the bench, but like you were saying, his defense and his steals makes him still have a decent floor fantasy wise. So if he gets back to that, definitely be serviceable on your lineup.
Yeah.
All right. So I got another guard here in Quentin Grimes for my deep league move. So, Quentin Grimes over the past 7 days, averaging 35 minutes, and that's kind of the story over the past just about a month. He's really gotten the minutes increase in New York.
Yeah, jeez.
And just having that volume and minutes allows for consistency with points and just being out on the floor, getting those rebounds and assists, and every now and then he'll get a steal. Not too many steals, but very,
Yeah, I'm surprised you dropped this guy. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, I'm streaming every day this week just to beat you. So
just to beat me, get the heck out of here, dude. Oh my god, what a savage. I'm streaming as well, so suck on that, dude.
good.
As you can see, my great move of Shaman really worked out, so oh my gosh. Well, that'll do it for the episode. Thanks everybody for listening. And Merry Christmas again. And Zach, do you want to plug anything before we go here?
Yeah, go follow us on our social media. But before you do that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Get notified when all our episodes are dropping. You definitely want to be following us on our social media as well. We got Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports Podcast. We have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSPod2021. And we have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. So go give us a follow. And it'll be fun, and we'll catch you back here next week with another fresh fantasy basketball episode. See you later, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.